Uh, Apart from that, we can see there is a recent breakout technically in their chart, and volume is also very high. RSI is also in range of 60 to 70 technically. So we'll understand their business model. So basically they are working in four segments. First one is residential development, like they are selling flats and all. Second one is commercial offices. Third one is a retail mall, and fourth one is hospitality. Nearly 90% of their revenue and profits are coming from a residential development segment, like that is major part of their business. And but there is one major risk in their business, that they are highly concentrated in the Mumbai region, MMR region, Mumbai Thane region. But right now, recently before 2 days, they announced one deal that they will invest 6,000 crore rupees in the Delhi NCR region for their upcoming project, and they are expecting revenue of 16,000 crores from that project. So my pick is Oberoi Korea, and they are
So
operating in the luxury flats segment, not normals. So it will depend
so
on the economic situation as well. Yeah.
did you research on why is Indian real estate market is struggling right now? Let's see, Lodha developers. The company is very good fundamental. They had a very small ED case, I guess, right now. But what is the problem? And recently there has been a news that PE firms are uh, taking out their money from Indian real estate markets.
I think their tax rate is increased from 25 to 27%.
On what?
On revenue. Like I was reading on screener, and the tax rate was written as 27, and before it was 25 or 24.
Okay. Fine. Soham, do one thing. There is a article on Mint. You have Mint subscription. There's an article on Mint on why PE firms are taking out their money from Indian real estate markets. Read it and post it summary on the group. Fine.
Okay, wait.
Uh,
Okay.
Next is Jiansh.
Hello, yeah, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, yes.
Hmm. So, good afternoon, everyone. For today's meet, my pick is RR Cables. So, yeah, talking about this firm, I'll return all of it. So, this is which, as the name suggests, or yeah, we can also get it through ads and all. This is a company which majorly operates for the cables and wire segment in Indian market, and it has basically two broader versions. So it has 90% of the total company revenue going up into this cables and wire segment, and 10% of its revenue comes from basically the FMEG, that is the fast moving electronic goods. Uh, the main point to be considered here is the FMEG sector in the whole Indian industry is not that well enough, or it's not a main, the bread and butter thing for many companies, including Polycab, or if you talk about uh, any other firms in this particular sector. Right. So this goes same for our cables. Their break even would reach in year around FY27, which management had thought that their break even would reach for this particular segment in March 26, but they couldn't reach up due to some reasons, like they stated in their con call about bad weather conditions, or the higher input cost due to trades and all. Right. So this is in a nutshell about their like product mix and all. So for their this 90% revenue, they have their major 3%, their top three products for this is the house and industrial wires, power cables, and control instrumental wires, which they have the manufacturing unit basically in Vagodia and Silvassa. Right. So these are the two basic top major manufacturing unit for this particular firm. And talking about the capex expansion, They have around 1400 CRs of capex expansion for designated in 2 years of for FY27 and FY28, in which they are trying to enter into this not so much competitive market, but into this high strength cables, which basically extends up to high voltage of around 220 volts or something like that. So basically, they are trying to target the data centers, which would open in the near future. So their management says in a particular con call, they want to capture this data center market, since each data center require a layer of 4 or 5 extra power backups if something goes wrong for transformers or rectifiers in case. So basically, they're trying to capture this data centers thing with the help of this capex expansion. And talking about their financials is pretty good. They have grown a lot in this last 4 quarters. They have like for their on year comparison, they have EBITDA grown around 61%, and their PAT has grown around 58%. So there is no red flag in this financials. And one good thing about this particular firm is, if we talk about Polycap or if we talk about KI Industries and all, they have good distribution centers, they have good retail centers. But main thing about RR Cables is they have around 5 lakhs, more than 5 lakhs of the local electrician setup, right? Which is little more comparable or little more than the Polycap. And Polycap is much higher in terms of the market cap for this particular sector. So they are doing also, they want to crack this particular code of local electricians and all. So this is a good case, or this is a good, I think, vision from the firm. And a major negative thing which I noticed in this particular market was the aluminum and the copper segment. We have seen the spikes in this particular commodities in the last 1 year, but still management, I think, haven't answered this question really well in their con call meet. They have stated it's upon the market conditions and all, but still, I think they would have there was not a single gesture they would have shown we have an extra, some reserves or something like that. They haven't shown this kind of promising, ideas or something. So I would think that this is a particular negative point for their thinning lines of profitability. And apart from this, one major red flag is that 15% of total revenue, from 12 to 15%, comes from the Middle East. And due to the trade setups and all, I think that this would basically impact the first quarter of FY27. They have stated this in their con call also. So yeah, these are the major red flags in this particular industries. And apart from it, uh, yeah, talking about the delivery strategy, delivery has worked pretty well in this. Like it has improved from 40% to 48, or roughly around 50%. So see, FIs are also entering into this particular market and into this particular firm basically. So yeah, I think that this is a good investment right now. And talking about the levels, it is particularly trading around 2400 right now. And according to Fibonacci, this setup, I would say 2300 is a good setup according to 50% levels. And if we want to wait more, I think 2200 is a good buy. So yeah, this was from my side.
Jians, can you please repeat your targets?
See, particularly right now it is trading around 2400, and I would say 2200 is a good point. See, this stock has, if you see the chart now, this stock has moved pretty much high, like 80%, I think, from April or something like that. See, one might think that this stock might get tired of or something like that, but I don't see this coming, because see, investors are still backing this company by delivery. So I do believe that we can easily gain around 5 to 8% in a single month or something like that. And yeah, FIs have also increased their stakes around 1% if we see from the last year. So I would say this stock is not holding back. So yeah.
Nice. So guys, I'll start next. Okay. So in some days before, Aman sent me a message that recycling is a very good business. So it got my interest, and I, sorry, one second.
But yeah, this I think you talked about this. They didn't. They maintain their OPM basically. See, this is a good point about them. But I think they are maintaining this through their RR premium segments. So basically, this segment comes from this FMEG segment, right? Which I told they are about to reach their break-even points. So they are actually targeting 15 to 20% growth in this particular volume. And in the last 6 months or 7 months, they have tried to get their revenues or get their little bit positiveness from this signature RR cable signature. They have promoted it well. So I think that their OPM is still maintaining through this segment only. And in this particular, this 90% segment of this high strength consumers cable, right? They have not increased their prices in this. So I think this is all coming from that 10 to 15% segment.
They have not increased the prices of the cable even when the copper price has increased.
As compared to the other competitors, they have
Okay,
they
okay.
have increased. This is a cutthroat competition in this. So that's why they won't increase the prices as compared to their competitors right now. But their signature, like RR cable signature, this thing is very good. They have increased their price segment in this, so they have tried to cover their opinions on that only. Yes.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Laksh.
Fine. I'll start with my sector, then I'll tell you about my company. So I have chosen recycling. So the reason is India has crossed the GDP mark of nearly $2,500 previously. And this is an inflection point according to me, as I read it on Mint, because see, it had happened with US and China too. When companies have crossed this specific GDP mark of $2,500, uh, so GDP per capita, then an inflection comes and consumption rises from this point to a very good extent. It had happened with US, it had happened with China. So investors are expecting to happen the same with India. So if as consumption rises, so whenever you consume more things, you produce more waste. That happens. If you are consuming more water bottles, you are surely going to produce more waste. So India needs a better waste management system, and one second. And India has nearly 20% of world's total plastic waste, and Indian e-waste has grown by nearly 75% in last 5 years. So these are the reasons why I chose this sector. Uh, Now, what government is doing for this? First is EPR. Does anyone know anything about EPR?
It means like, let's say a company is like it's very famous in Europe. So if a company is manufacturing some product, then it is their responsibility to make sure that it is like reaching to the recycling uh, segment. Like let's say there is an electronics manufacturer. If he is making a mobile, then he should make provisions such that the mobile can reach the designated recycling area when its lifetime ends. Similar with a lot of FMCG companies.
That's completely right. So EPR stands for Extended Producer Responsibility. So what government says is, if you are producing something which causes waste, so you'll have to put some amount of your profit into recycling it. It's your thing to take it back to a recycler, get a certificate that you have recycled that similar amount. Let's say Britannia alone, a company is producing up to, uh, let's say, 20 tons of waste a year. Okay, so government will ask Britannia to nearly recycle about 15 to 18 tons of waste and get a certificate of it. So how this EPR works is, I have a flow chart. Okay, so a company makes a product, the product reaches the market, consumer uses it, and waste is generated from that. So the producer has to ensure that it is getting collected, it is getting recycled, and safe disposal is done for it. So there comes these recycling companies. There are many recycling companies working. My specific selection is Namo e-waste. Before that, I'll also tell you about one more concept of RCM. See, what happens is when they have this EPR responsibility. So what companies will do, they'll go to informal companies because Indian waste management system is nearly 85% informal. Only 15% of Indian waste market is still formal. So if they go to informal scrap collectors or things, they'll not have to pay GST. Okay, so what government did? Government brought a RCM, reverse charge mechanism. It is a standard tax rule. So what happens in this is, 1 second. Okay, so if a company buys scrap from an unregistered informal dealer, so the corporate buyer must pay the GST directly to the government via RCM. Okay, so in simple words, government is ensuring its GST is reaching to it. Okay, and now talking about Namo e-waste. So Indian e-waste has grown by surged by nearly 75% in last 5 years. So only this listed company is playing into this sector. That is Namo e-waste. And why this company specifically got my interest was, see, its market cap is below 1,000 crores, and the number of uh, shareholding in the hand of public is very less. Aman, its percentage is very less. Gravita India. Okay, so this was a very good stock for me. I bought it at approximately 180 price, 182 I think, and I'll be holding it. Uh, See, let me tell you something. Okay, see, the Indian most e-waste market is from Maharashtra. Nearly total India's e-waste, out of that, 20% of the total e-waste come from Maharashtra. So company has set up its new plant in Nashik recently, and because of its logistics costs were increasing very much in the south region, southern region. So they have set up a new facility in Hyderabad too. This year was a remarkable year for them because they have completely set up their facility in Hyderabad and it is operational now. And they are targeting partnership with companies such as Tata Motors, LG, Ola Electric, MG Motors, and other EV and automotive OEMs. Uh, what their installed recycling capacity is approximately 30,000 metric tons per annum, but they are targeting it by the end of FY26 to approximately 70,000 metric tons per annum. That is 2x. And again, 1 second. Uh, Now, what got my interest is this. See, their FI so currently the company is working at a uh, utilization of 50 to 60%. Their FY27 target is 80% utilization, and management has indicated a 400 crore revenue for the next year. And the split will be between 200 crores coming from the battery waste and 200 crores coming from e-waste. And see, there's a common thing between waste management companies is that they have an EBITDA margin of nearly 10, 11 or 12%. The company is doing good because the company's management is expecting an EBITDA margin of 17 to 20% because of 15% EBITDA margin coming from e-waste and 20% EBITDA margin coming from battery segment. So they are optimistic that they'll have a EBITDA margin for FY27 to be approximately 17 to 20%. And management has repeatedly said or referenced about two times growth, and they can consolidatingly scale it up to 800 to 900 crore revenue in 1 to 2 years. Right now, their current yearly revenue is nearly 200 crores. So they are expecting 4x revenue jump from here in 1.5 to 2 years, and a profit of nearly 50 crores per year. Their profit is nearly 14 crores right now. So that is 3x jump from here. Uh, so I'm expecting this company to do well in future. I'm holding it, and my target levels are nearly 600 rupees.
But yeah, like everything is good about this business, but like what is the core reason in last 1 year FIs have pulled their 80% of investment back in this particular firm? Like what do you think would be the core reason for this? Though DIAs have actually improved their stakeholdings, but still.
Mm, Giants, to be truthfully, okay, I'll be true. I'll tell you why I chose this company. Right now, uh, I have changed my focus from businesses which have very high stakes of public. Okay, so the number of shareholders in this company is very less, and the FIs have decreased. That is fine, but DIs have also increased. And FIs in total, they are taking out their money from small cap companies or large cap companies too. So my focus wasn't that on FIIs. My focus was on management's talk. So they talked in last year's con call that they'll be setting up Hyderabad's facility by now, and they have done it. So the management is truthfully speaking about it, and their profits have also grown. So I have more belief in management, right? I didn't check if I reach.
And yeah, like this question is pretty much like very vague, but still I would ask you, what do you think? Which business is more has more CAGR, or what do you think which business would more grow likely? Like this non-ferrous, basically recycling, what Jain Resource Recycling does, or basically e-waste thing. Like what do you think which has higher OPM or which is convenient?
For me, it's e-waste. See, I told you this waste management companies have an EBITDA margin, or sorry, operating profit margin of nearly 10-12%. But Namo e-waste was the only company which was expecting an EBITDA or margin of nearly 17 to 20%, and that was very good for me. So this company was specifically outstanding its peers. That is the reason I chose this company over any other. And now we can start with Krishna.
Yes, Sanna, 1 minute. So my pick for today is MV Photovoltaic Power Limited. And last time I spoke about Wari Energies, and they are the market leads, and MV is one of the peers, which is at currently fourth position in the other electronic equipments industry. So the current trading price of MV photovoltaic powers is 343 rupees. And about the company, they recently got their IPO in 2025, and
with which they've raised issue proceeds of around 2144 crores, and they had done some good financial things with it. And before that, we'll see about the company. And it is established in 2007, and they produce modules and cells at the current position. And recently, they also gave an entry on other in-house things, as like a few companies which are their peers. For example, Prestige Energy, sorry, Premier Energies. What they do is they usually import or get the other products which are required to make the solar panels from other companies. But this company tried a new thing of like making in-house products of the external things, like overall frames and wiring boxes, the sealants and everything in-house. So they also have an opportunity of expanding over those in the future. And one thing I geographically noticed in this company is they have a concentration risk geographically, because all their four plants are located at Karnataka only, whereas their competitors like Wari, they are mostly situated in Gujarat, and Premier, they are in Telangana. So maybe this can cause a commute issue. And then about the revenue graph, 99% of their revenue is local, and they export 0.6 percentage. So they keep it B2B business has 98.5 percentage, and they don't have any other distributors as such. And 1.5 percentage of their segment wise revenues from B2G. So they don't have any third party things to distribute their products. They directly deal with the other consumers. Then going to the fundamentals, the sales the sales from year on year, it has decreased from 24 to 25. It has almost increased in the fold of 2.5x, and from 25 to 26 it has increased with the 2x rate. And also with the sales, the expense also increased at the rate of 2x in the consecutive 24, 25, and 26. But the operating profit margin is in the rate of 13, 31, and 34 percentage respectively in the year of 24, 25, and 26, whereas the operating profit is at 120 crores in 24, and then 722 crores, which is 6x than the previous year in the 2025. And the following year, it is almost 2.5x from the previous year. And they, with the, as I mentioned earlier, they have raised a amount of 2144 crores the recent IPO at 2025 with the issue proceeds, and with which they have tried to pay off their borrowings. The earlier borrowings at March 2025, it was 2065 crores, which with the issue amount they got, they have reduced it to 360 crores. And currently, the debt to equity ratio of this particular company is zero point 0.1, and the industry's average P ratio is 31, whereas our pick stands at 22. And I'm speaking about the P&L, they have tried expanding over the year of over 24, whereas 1 minute, whereas the rate of fixed asset, it was 291 crores at the 2024 thing, and the following year it has increased to 2046 crores, which is almost 10x. And the following year it has been increased by another 500 crores, which answers to the 200 crores rise in the IPO, whereas the promoter share stays, and the public shareholding is only 3.43 percentage, and the upcoming upcoming public holding is 5.24 percentage. It doesn't have a much of FII and DIA holdings, where the FII holding is 2.45 and DIA holding is 12.28 percentage. And the last year before the IPO, the government holdings was 0.07 percentage, and it is none right now. And when compared to the current prices, the target price would be around 410 to 450, which at a rate of 31 to 40 percentage from the current price. That's all enough. Lakshan, I think your mic is muted.
What was your target again?
It was from 410 to 450 Anna,
Uh, and time? By what time?
by year, 12 months.
Fine, fine. Lastly, me and Aman wanted to talk to you managers. See, though your analysis is good, uh, my personally I like analysis of Krishna and Ishita. It was good. So and Soham, please work on your analysis. ठीक है, थोड़ा ज्यादा डिटेल में much better reference capex थोड़ा साइकिल को भी पढ़ो use mint or any other thing fine Kanav you too ठीक है and another thing was uh, guys what is happening with this group I was not active last 15-20 days none of the manager was active are you forgetting that you will have to handle this group from next year if you are not interested in finance how will you be able to like raise interest in your juniors.
Like I said so many times to you guys that be active in either the FundX projects group or FundX main group. And even the market was good in June month, July month. In June, in June month. But still, most of you didn't put any stock picks, nothing. Yes, Jiansh?
Yeah, you're true कि थोड़ा like post करना चाहिए. We need to post in that FundX main group. I'm not talking about the projects group, but still that main group. But यार reply थोड़ा दे दोगे तो थोड़ा motivation आएगा भी यार. Like थोड़ा reply वो मदरसन सुमी वायरिंग का भी मेरे को बहुत इच्छा थी कोई reply दे देता. मेरे को बहुत अच्छा लगा था. मेरे को स्टॉक अच्छा लगा
पहली
था तो मैं
बात
वो रैली दिया था 10% वाला. तो मेरे को थोड़ा सा
जियांश
ना
जियांश पहली बात आदत डाल ले वो अभी तक कोर नहीं बना है तो मैनेजर्स और कोऑर्डिनेटर्स मोस्टली अपना ज्ञान देते हैं दे रिसर्च इट दे टेल इट ओके यू डोंट आस्क फॉर इट ओके कीप दैट इन माइंड so it is you who is going to be explaining about Motherson Sumi.
Aman Bhaiya sent a list of stocks. I bought Sundaram Finance and Vimta Labs, gave me 10-15%, then I sold them. And I also bought Sudeep Pharma, it also gave me 15% only, then I sold that also.
तो पोस्ट कौन करेगा एंड ओके फाइन अगर तुमको
I bought
कुछ
Ace,
पूछना है
Ace also, Action Construction Equipment also I bought. And one more I bought. Manorama, Manorama I told in the group, I guess. No, in the last meet.
it
I
has
gave
been
20
15 days
30%.
बटर ऑयल बनाती है ना कुछ
20.
कोको ऑयल समथिंग.
हाँ कोकोआ सीड्स से ऑयल बनाते हैं
हम्म.
बटर्स और ऑयल मैंगो सीड्स से भी बनाते हैं हम्म।
मैंगो सीड से ऑयल बनाता है.
नहीं बटर कुछ तो बहुत डिफरेंट डिफरेंट टाइप के सीड्स थे मुझे सीड्स के नाम नहीं
हाँ,
याद
गॉट इट.
fine still answer my question why and don't be in this delusion that you guys one of you guys will be president or core or anything if you are not doing well next year if your coordinators are doing much better than you and I am very serious this has happened previously with Vinny Priya's batch I guess our super seniors he was in
थर्ड
his
ईयर
third year and he was selected as core
प्रेसिडेंट.
he was truly head of FundX I guess नहीं नहीं
No. Overall president, he became in third year.
who we are Bhubaneswar and no like who
अभी अभी
बात
उनके
नहीं।
अभी
जियांश,
उनके सीनियर का
पहले
डिस्कस नहीं
आंसर
करना
नहीं।
है.
Same with
नहीं
Ishita. Krishna answered anyone.
where can you
Bye
just
guys.
No, actually, the
repeat?
last 2 days
हाँ.
I was preparing for the NISM, so I thought I can give
What
it
did
by
you give?
third, Anna.
And Ishita, your NISM exam?
I have registered, but I didn't get any message.
Okay, what dates?
It was not on that. It was the next session, I guess. I'll have to check. I'll let you know.
When is
Yoga
your
has his brother's marriage. Yoga has his brother's marriage this weekend.
and last time? When was he in last meet? And the meet before that? He doesn't even knows.
Yeah, he has his
Soham.
intern, so he was busy in that, I guess.
Soham.
I
भैया अभी म्यूचुअल फंड्स में हो लाइक
So
या
at least post about.
Okay, so before 1 or 1.5 months, I have invested a lot of amount in mutual funds, in Bandhan Small Cap Fund and Quant Mutual Fund. Like both are small cap only. Risk is greater, but returns are also great. So recently, like returns are near to 7-8% in one in mutual. Like Nifty is 24,000 now, so I'm not that interested in stocks right. So I am investing through mutual.
So why didn't you post about in the group? Or if you see, if no one is replying, specifically tag your super seniors, tag Parikshit Bhaiya, tag Bharat Anna. If they don't reply, tag them 3, 4 times.
if you
Don't
have
have that
seen,
shame.
even I will tag Suresh Bhaiya a lot of times in the chats, but I don't see the same enthusiasm from you all.
Guys, I'm telling you, you haven't seen a guy like Shreyash Bhaiya. He was God for us. Like for me, I don't know about Amal.
He actually, bro, like my strategy and his strategy were like ditto same. We have the same frequency. We both are nerds. We both like same things. We both hate same things. He actually even left ICICI. I think this week only he left.
This week,
Hmm.
he's building his own wealth management company named as Kali Wealth. The guy is amazing, amazing. His knowledge about financial markets is, I don't think anyone in our college or any college will have such knowledge about financial markets. Now you have information of mutual funds, you have information on stocks, you have information on derivatives. What else do you need? Bonds, interest rates. भाई ये तीनों
Bhaiya,
तीस
a session on this delivery, like what we
ask
are
Rishabh
like
भैया,
tracking mutual funds and all.
ask Rishabh भैया for delivery and these strategies. Fine, guys. I hope to see better engagement in the group. Tell your batchmates too about the same.
अभी यार फैक्ट शीट से कुछ नया स्टॉक निकले तो बता देना.
Yeah,
धर्मेक सरी कुछ एक नया स्टॉक देखे फैक्ट शीट से तो बताना.
मैंने recently यार, I didn't trade it. My dad traded. This is D developers, I guess, and it gives stellar returns.
What is that again? D developers.
DEE developers. Though a month's pick is also very nice. Creative to about 60% return in a year. This is also a very small company, and its daily volume was very good. So my dad took it. So you can check out these small cap companies. Right now, I'm shifting my interest to from large cap or large mid cap companies to small cap companies or micro cap companies. I'll send you a video on why am I doing it, but it will be a very good video. Check it out. So, fine. Does anyone have to ask anything? Soham, Kanav, so yeah.
Bhaiya, are you going to hold? नहीं नहीं. Are you going to hold Sudeep Pharma or not?
Yes, yes, I will hold it. I bought it actually for long term because it's a multi-bagger stock. Like, why to be
Okay.
satisfied with 10-15%? Wait for some more months when the market gets right, it will give a good bull rally. Or what you can do is you can sell like 40% of the stock holdings for getting the short term gain, and it goes for the consolidation for a few months generally. So then you can like wait for that time. After it gives a good jump, you can again sell it.
वह एक डाउट था लाइक कि जैसे मालूम है डिलीवरी पे ये स्ट्रेटेजी मुझे अच्छी लग रही है, अभी मैं इस पे काम कर रहा हूँ, राइट? सो अगर मुझे एक स्टॉक में अगर 15-20% रिटर्न दिखता है, तो क्या मुझे यही स्ट्रेटेजी को और फॉलो कर लाइक मुझे और लाइक रियल मार्केट्स में उसको फॉलो करना चाहिए कि अभी रिटर्न पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए कि लाइक इसको 20% को मैं ट्राई करूँ 40% तक या फिर इसमें कि मुझे और एग्रेसिव तरीके से लाइक और ज्यादा बेसिकली स्ट्रेटेजी को ज्यादा टेस्ट करना चाहिए?
I don't think a delivery strategy was made to get like returns like 40%. No, it was made just so that in within few weeks you can get let's say 10 to 20%. Because see the psychology behind it, the concept behind it is like the big players they will like let's say some MF or banks or any big players they will slowly start buying it, and within 1 or 2 weeks it will give some little bit bounce, then you sell it. That was the concept. So if you want let's say 40%, then your holding time will have to increase, because it doesn't happen that if a big player is investing in a stock and that will like give let's say 40% within few weeks, that will be like a market manipulation, right? And big players usually need some buffer time to accumulate the stock. If they immediately start accumulating everything, then obviously they themselves won't get the chance to buy it at a good price. So it won't give 40%.
Also, bhaiya, KPI green is at 398 level. Should I
KPI green,
accumulate it?
I think, is it true KPI green ko minimum shells required is 100 for that?
क्या क्या?
What is the minimum quantity of shells required for the KPI green?
नहीं, मिनिमम क्वांटिटी तो कुछ नहीं है.
Okay, okay, sorry, I confused it with Australian premium solar. It requires like 100.
हाँ 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 हाँ. Australian premium solar needs minimum buying of some stocks.
I was discussing this KPI green with Laksh last week
हाँ
itself. We were discussing three good stocks. KPI green energy is good only. Okay, okay, this
या
one.
या.
We were discussing about it, I think, in semester also, no? Past semester.
हाँ हाँ. We last semester I bought it. I told you that you should sell it at this level. You said you will hold it.
I'm still holding
Then
it. So
yeah.
that
Then I
that
sold it. Now I can again buy it, I guess.
See, that time the issue was कि suddenly in market there was news of euphoria. कि there's ample of capacity of solar and uh, there will be a crash in the solar market. That was the news that time. So all the solar companies
Mhm.
they fell like 10-20%. Even Bharti fell a lot. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I always take the stocks based on like position trading. So
Also,
that's
Suzlon also was a good buy.
Suzlon I bought in 44 rupees. Now it's 57. But I bought it.
Yeah, yeah. I got it in 40. I sold at 58. Now
Oh,
it's, I guess, 59, I guess.
my target one was something near 53. Target two is near 64.
Okay, okay.
Like holding good stocks for like let's say 8 to 9 months, no, even 6 to 8 months. This was a good learning from Shreya Bhaiya.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Uh,
Craftsman
more
automation पे
five.
कुछ क्राफ्टमैन ऑटोमेशन में कुछ व्यूज हैं करना हुआ है फिर किसी के भी लाइक फॉर नाउ इस लेवल पे बाय करना ठीक रहेगा.
Craftsman automation. Hmm, according to me, it's expensive. See, you should buy such golden companies when they fall, let's say 20% from their all-time high. Then they guaranteed, like let's say, for all,
Like HDFC Bank.
there's a sectoral issue in HDFC. But let's say if you see companies like TVS or Chola Mandalam, there are
Yeah,
some
yeah.
more.
I also bought Chola Mandalam. I forgot to tell you that.
You told in group, I think.
I
I
told in group.
I remember I put the message. Then you said
Ah,
I will buy it yesterday. That's what you
yeah,
said.
Yesterday.
I wrote message wrong.
I will buy it
भैया
yesterday.
मेरी इंग्लिश घटिया ही है.
So see, there's a thing called mean reversion strategy. Historical mean reversion strategy. Basically, what it says is if a stock is falling 20% and giving a bounce multiple times, that means it will happen similarly in future also. What is the concept behind it? Can anyone explain? Chemical architecture, someone.
Sana, can you please repeat that once again?
Okay, okay, fine. I will just tell. So, there are like good companies like Varun Beverages, TVS Motor, Chola Mandalam, Bari. So, whenever these companies, like most of the time, even Coforge, most of the time, these companies will be performing like very good and they will be always at all-time highs. But so due to some market conditions, if they fall, let's say 15 to 20, even 25%, then they consolidate for some time and then they immediately start going uphill. Why? Because these companies like they can't fall more than like 20-25% unless they have some structural issue like HDFC had. So uh, a lot of investors, good investors and mutual fund houses or even value buying companies like PPFA, they will keep track on such companies and whenever they fall 20%, they will start buying it. Then it will start going up. It's a simple logic behind it and it works. Most of the time it works. I will tell you similarly. I think I told you, right? 52-week low and high. It was
Yeah,
slightly
yeah.
correlated with that. Even
भैया
Reliance,
Infosys.
Reliance maybe it will work actually. Reliance gives like 20-25% gain if you hold it for like 4 to 5 months.
Infosys suddenly इतना गिरना क्यों लग गया?
अरे ये there's this company no Accenture. It reduced
Mhm.
its growth potential. And Accenture is like the best company in IT services consultancy after TCS. So if the best company is not able to perform well, then how can Infosys and TCS stand the weather?
Okay, okay.
But see, guys, what I think is Infosys, TCS, these companies were once a darling of Indian stock market, and they
Yes,
all
yes.
commanded P like 30. 30 was the average P which they had. 30. They would even go to 40p. When they would go to 40p, like market was too bullish. When they would go to 20, market was too bearish. So now both of them have like PAs of 13, which is I think a great deal, but I still didn't buy it because once it goes in consolidation, then that time we can think of buying it. If you see, we were having a discussion on TCS with Surya Bhaiya. That time also I said, like I think it happened 2 weeks back. No? That time I also said that we can keep watch on it, and it further fell by I think 5%.
Mhm.
Stock market is an emotional game. You give one
Yes,
negative
yes.
news, everyone will think that it's end of the world. You give one positive news, everyone will think that it's a multiplier. Another see like logic which you can use is I learned from my mentor that Infosys prices are of 2020 as of now 1000, right? So if you say
मेरा
in
वॉइस
20,
लैग हो रही है आपकी.
am I audible
कैमरा
now?
बंद कर लो. कैमरा बंद कर लो.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes.
If you say in 2020, the net profits of Infosys were 16,500. Now it's 30,000. So there was a jump of 20, not 20, I mean twice the jump in net profits. Same case is with TCS and HCL Tech. All these three companies have doubled their net profits in 5 years. So naturally the stock price should have been doubled, right? But no, we are able to get the price at the same valuation, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is unfair with the companies, but most of the people will give a explanation, excuse I would say, that investing is forward-looking game. I agree with that, but that is not the only factor to give a 50% discount to good companies, which have like a great track record of multiple decades. And also, if you, I said right, ki TCS is good in getting multi-year deals. If you see, like this year, they got multi-year deals of $12 billion. This quarter, actually, not year, quarter. And this year of 2026, they had $42 billion of deals, order book.